Hey guys, so I wanted to do a video this time about finally accepting the fact that I'm a special needs parent. I think it still sounds a little weird, and it took a long time for me to accept that completely. I think that when we got the diagnosis, my mind immediately went to early intervention. What can I do to help it? What can I do not to necessarily get rid of it, but just kind of make autism less noticeable? That's the honest truth. That's where my mind went. I was just thinking what therapies, diet, classes, I mean anything you could think of, that's what I focused on. But I don't think I never fully accepted it that it was a long-term thing till probably 6 months ago. I finally went into that mindset where it's like, okay, it's here. He's 5 years old. Autism's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, some behaviors have gone away, but then some behaviors replaced them. So yeah, that's what this video is gonna be about. And I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about the difference between how I felt back in 2016 when we got his diagnosis and now 2019. So yes, when did I actually accept that I was a special needs mom? Honestly, like I said before, these past 3 years, because my son got diagnosed 2016, have been tough, but we were so busy that I don't think I got a chance to really think about a lot of things. We were busy with therapies and this and that, but I think my mind was so focused on, getting him better, getting him to the point that he's at today, at 5 years old, that I didn't really think like, wow, this is a long-term thing. I mean, I heard it from the psychologist. I heard what he said, autism, there's no cure, this, blah, blah. But I think I never truly accepted the fact that, he's going to have autism and it's going to be there forever. And, it hurts. I mean, I've had nights where I would cry. I still have days where, I'm overwhelmed because sometimes he doesn't understand when I tell him certain things, why things are a certain way. So it can be frustrating, it can be overwhelming, but at the same time, back in, I believe, March, when I opened the Instagram account of Life of Ryan TV, I started this YouTube channel. It was kind of like a form of therapy because I had been telling my husband I want to join like a support group. I want to talk to other moms. I want to talk to other parents who are going through the same thing. And this is my way of kind of like letting my feelings out, I guess, on video. Because, you just have to. It's whatever way you want to do it, but you gotta talk to someone about what you're going through. For me, back in March, I think finally it hit me like, you know what? I've told I told my family and close friends since the beginning. I never wanted to hide it or keep it from people. When he got diagnosed at 2.5, I started telling people little by little. But I think I never really spoke about it to, let's say, friends on Facebook or friends on Instagram or anything like that, because I was scared about what their reaction was going to be. Were they going to judge me? Were they going to see me like I was exposing my son or labeling him? I don't know, however you want to see it. But like a few months ago, I just finally said, you know what, this is my reality. This is our reality. It's not gonna change. This is our reality, and I want to show the world that this is what it is. We have our good and we have our bad days. honestly, I'm still not sure if I want to show anything that's too personal, and I guess like Ryan stimming or meltdowns and stuff like that. You know, they do happen, and I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna be videotaping my son having like a huge meltdown when I should be comforting him and I should be doing something. I mean, I don't judge if you do it, but for me, I feel like I can't do it. It still hurts, you know, to see him that way. So yeah, just want to say, you know, it takes a while for you to really embrace the diagnosis, I guess. Don't think that if you got the diagnosis right now, you're all of a sudden gonna be like that advocate and you're gonna talk about it to the whole world. And don't, you know, it doesn't happen like that. It takes time. I mean, some people, I'm sure, you know, can handle things different, but for me, it took a while. But now I feel like better. I feel strong. I feel like I have so many people that, you know, surround me, whether it's through social media, but I know I could talk to them, or they'll message me or I'll message them, and you know, it feels amazing. It's like this huge support group. Like, I'm thankful that I found everyone, that I found the community on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Hopefully, you know, we'll grow, our channel will grow, but yeah, like I said, it took a few months. It took a few years for me to get to this point, and it's okay. Everybody processes things differently. For me, it was about 6 months ago that I came to that decision that, you know what, it is what it is, and I'm gonna just embrace it, and I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna advocate for my son. And so excuse the poofy eyes and all that, but I'm sick. I've been sick. Honestly, I haven't been feeling that well lately. So yeah, there'll be another video about self-care, but which I'm not that good at it. But yeah, being a special needs parent is extremely hard, and it takes a while sometimes to actually accept it and embrace it, and talk about it, because it's hard. I remember at the beginning when I would talk about autism, and I mean, sometimes it still happens, I'm not gonna lie. When I would talk about my son, when I would talk about his diagnosis, I would start crying. I couldn't hold back the tears. It was really hard for me to talk about it, because it was like, I could still hear like those words from that psychologist saying, you know, your son has autism, and I'm not sure he's gonna react to therapies. I'm not sure he's gonna ever talk. I'm not sure if he's gonna ever play a sport, or if he's ever gonna get married, or, you know, this stuff. And I think for me, when, you know, when I had my son, when they told me he was gonna be a boy, you know, when they revealed the gender, I was like so excited. I mean, I never thought, oh, I want a girl. Like, I was like, whatever God gives me, you know. And I had all these plans in my head, as I'm sure a lot of you guys do. Oh, I want him to do this, and I want him to do that, and you know, I was never really good at sports, but my brother plays soccer, and you know, I love just seeing. I love the idea of kids being in sports, even though I never really played a sport, but I just love it. So then in my mind, I was like, he's gonna play football, and you know, if I have a daughter, she's gonna be a cheerleader, you know. I just had all these ideas in my head, and of course, when they tell you your child has this disability, I mean, it breaks your heart. You have to just put all those ideas to the side. Not that he's never gonna be able to play a sport, not that he's never gonna be able to do a lot of things, but I think you have to put in the back burner, because now you have to focus on all these therapies, so he could even just talk or eat with the fork, or stack blocks, you know. So yeah, it's extremely hard. So it might take you a while if you just got a diagnosis, and it's okay. Take it a day at a time. For me, I'm at a place where I feel at ease. I feel that even though sometimes it's still hard for me to deal with his meltdowns, I've accepted that this is our journey. This is our reality, and I'm gonna fight for him. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get him to succeed in whatever he wants to do. I mean, I'm not sure what he's gonna choose to do, but I know he's extremely smart and he's super determined, and he's a very bright kid, and I know he could succeed in a lot of things. And you know, I'm gonna be that parent that's gonna be on teachers behind, and you know, I'm not gonna let no one try to block him from accomplishing his goals, you know. So yeah, being a special needs parent, it's a little bit harder, but we can definitely do it. My husband, I mean, he's learned so much, and I'm so proud of him, because as a guy, I'm sure it was extremely hard to hear that your son, you know, had autism, that he wasn't gonna be able to do this and this and that. Our firstborn, you know. But he's done so amazing, just learning about everything, therapies, and he's the one person who's always told me, do not ever underestimate your son, you know. He's capable of so many things, and yes, we're special need parents, and yes, he has special needs, but we're gonna get through this. So if you're watching this video, don't forget that. Don't ever underestimate your child. We're the special needs parents, right? But we have to treat them also like any other kid. We can't treat them like they have a disability, or we're gonna be holding them back. So yeah, enough of me talking and talking. This is today's video. Hopefully you guys like it, and you guys are at a point where you guys could accept that diagnosis, or fully accept that diagnosis. And if you're not there, trust me, you'll get there. It takes time. But yeah, have a good night, have a good weekend. Bye.